didn't change my throw, I didn't change my stance, I didn't change my grip, but all of a sudden, something felt different. And the weird thing is, it wasn't even my technique. It was this. The shape of this did something that I didn't even really realise that I needed. It removed a decision. For such a long time, I felt that my throw and everything was just nearly there. Nearly there. It wasn't broken, and it certainly wasn't wild or erratic. Just slightly inconsistent. Not massively, but definitely enough for me to keep noticing it. And darts is a game of small differences. A millimetre here, a tiny release change there, slightly different finger pressure. And then suddenly, that dart lands somewhere you didn't want it to go. And the truth be told, it's when I started paying attention to it that I noticed it the most. The interesting part of it was that my grip was always very similar, but never the same. Sometimes my fingers were slightly towards the front of the barrel, sometimes they were bang in the middle, sometimes it was to the back. And also one of the big things was, sometimes the pressure, how hard I gripped the dart or how firm I gripped the dart, was never the same. It was nothing dramatic, but it was enough to change the outcome of each dart almost. In a video that I did not that long ago, I talked about the natural grip and the natural position. We all have a different one. I likened it to a pen grip or a pencil grip. Now look, some people think that's right, some people think it's wrong. I personally just do it the way I pick up a pen because it works for me, it's personal. It's how your hand naturally wants to sit on that dart. And that's still true, but there is one issue with it. Even if you know your natural grip, your fingers could go onto that dart barrel in a slightly different position each time. Then you do a couple of things. You start fiddling with the darts in your hand, trying to think, is it in the right place? Or you just pick it up and throw it and go, oh, well actually I was holding that towards the back. Or, oh, that was quite off the centre, whichever way it is. So I decided to do something about it, try to do something different. Didn't want a new throw, didn't want a new stance, didn't want a new grip, didn't want a new anything really, but I decided in my mind something wasn't quite right with me dart. Don't get me wrong, I still love my Paradigm torpedoes, I love them. However, when I was gripping that dart, because it's pronounced in the middle, I could feel, oh, that was different. And for in my mind, for a long time, I was thinking, I might try a scalloped dart. What it does for me, it gives me that reference point. Every single time I pick the dart up, it's the same place. Forget about how I grip the dart, it's about where I'm now gripping the dart. Bop, right there, every time. My thumb sits in that scallop every single time. I don't have to search for the right position anymore. My fingers just land in it naturally. And the great thing about it really is that my throw didn't change whatsoever. Same motion, same rhythm, same tempo. But my grip became automatic and I removed one variable. And now when I pick it up, there's no thinking, there's no adjusting. And because of that, everything I now do, when I throw, I can feel it being more repeatable, more consistent. This is the part that I didn't expect. Let me just show you a couple of chucks of the board. The difference is now, because the grip is automatic, that scallop tells my fingers where to be. Picking the dart up the same time, every time, I'm getting more results like that, more consistency, because I'm not having to think about one more thing. Where's my fingers going? Only 60 that time, but the same results. Hitting that 20 bed, not going to go wrong. Not even thinking about where I'm picking it up, just falls naturally. That's why it's changing my grip. It's why I feel it's fixed, the way I hold the dart more consistent. 100 last time, 60 this time. See what happens on doubles. Went out for 8 ain't bad. Another 1 out of 3, ain't bad. Just removing that element of doubt about where my hand sits so I can just concentrate on my throw. There we are. And there we have it. It's just a little bit more consistent. No thinking, pick and throw. Bop. I want to be really clear, this is not a video of me telling you to rush out and go buy some scalloped darts. That's not the message. The real point is this. Sometimes the thing affecting our throw actually isn't technique. It's actually the number of decisions we're having to make without really thinking about it. Our brain is making decisions. All of those decisions, that is what makes our throw indifferent every time as amateurs. And I clarify again, this is a decision I took after about 2.5, 3 years of playing. There was something always niggling in the back of my head. Should I try it? Should I try it? And I went out to a dart shop and I spent almost 2 hours in there. I've said it a million times before, and I think it's a really important message that the more variables that we get rid of in darts, the easier it all becomes. Less thinking, less adjusting, less searching for the perfect position. And when we remove those tiny decisions, our throw can start to feel a little bit more simpler. Now for me, the dart shape has removed that one variable, and that one thing for me is the one thing I felt was the biggest thing holding my game back. Where my fingers sit, it sounds so simple. Where my fingers sit on that dart, that was the thing that was, I believe, holding me back. And now that's automatic, my throw is even easier to trust. So look, I'll repeat again, I'm not saying scalloped darts are the answer to everybody's, yours, throw. But I am saying this. If something in your throw feels inconsistent or slightly off over a period of time, sometimes the solution might not be changing your throw. It might not be changing your stance. It might not be changing your grip. Sometimes it's removing that decision. If the decision doesn't need to be made, then it's simpler. My decision now is I know where my thumb goes on that barrel every single time. And that's it. Love to know in the comments, do you throw a scallop? Have you ever thrown a scallop? Are you straight barrel? Are you torpedo? Are you bomb? Whatever. What's your makeup? Let me know in the comments below. Get involved. You know I reply to everybody else. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.